Hello, this is Marvelyn Brown, and today we are going to finish out our series on landing pages. So I need to make this additional video that shows you how to set up your connection. So this is a landing page. This is probably the landing page that you signed up for this course on. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through how to set up your opt-in form connection. So in the previous video, we talked about making sure that you have that connection set up so that when someone enters their name and their email address and they hit the submit button, or the button that sends the information to your email provider, you want to make sure that that connection is there so that your information, or the person's information, gets transmitted correctly. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to get rid of this if I can. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to add the connection. So let's just pretend that this information is not set up yet. The API connection is not set up yet. And this is what it's going to look like. So this is your opt-in form here, and you're going to click on the actual form. So you don't want to click over here or over here. You want to click right in here where the form is located. And then this little dialog is going to pop up. So it will enable you, if you want to change anything about the form and how it looks, you can click here and edit the form elements. And then when you click into that actual element, you can move it around using this little handle right here. You can delete it. This is the trash can. If you want to change the wording inside this box, you can actually go to this section right here. And for example, if I wanted to type in first name, I could type that in. Instead of just saying name, I could just say first name. And if I wanted to change the font, I could change it from Arial. It looks like it's Arial now. I could change it to Oswald, which is my brand font. So I can change those letters to look a little bit differently. It really doesn't make that big of a difference, but that kind of helps it to be a little more bold. And then if I want to change the button, I can say something like get started. And let's see, when I expand this, it's still not going to make that button expand, but we can leave it like this. It still looks pretty decent. So now I've changed the way that form looks, but I still haven't added my API connection. So let's go ahead and get that added. So you can see and this says API. Now, when you're using Thrive Suite, you want to set up an API connection. If you don't have an API connection, I guess you can use HTML code. I have never used HTML code, but if you know what you're doing with HTML code, you can select this, and this will give you a box that you can use to copy and paste the HTML code that will send the information wherever you want it to go. But for this demonstration, we're going to use an API connection, and that connection has already been set up in Thrive Suite. So we're going to add the connection, and then we're going to click on this drop down where it says connection. We're going to click on the drop down. Now you can also set this up so that when someone clicks on this button, it will send the results to your email. Now, in my opinion, this is not a good scenario because that's kind of where a lot of us started out. Like, I know when I started my business back in the day, I had so many pieces of paper with people's emails on them. And when this happens, when you actually set this up for email, it's going to send the results of your page to an email that you designate, and then it'll be up to you to put it into your own like spreadsheet or database or whatever. So what I would recommend is that you stick with the API connection through a company like MailChimp or ConvertKit or Constant Contact or Aweber or something like that. So we have MailChimp selected. So we're going to just click on MailChimp, and then it's going to bring up the name of my list. Now I've already gone over to MailChimp and I've set up a list for making it remotely. So that is the list that I'm going to suggest, or that I'm going to select rather. This is my mailing list. And then if I want to group things together, I can set up a group on MailChimp. I haven't done that because I don't want to group things together. I'm going to select double opt-in because I want to make sure that everyone who is on my list really wants to be on there. And then what double opt-in does is it makes someone go out to their email to get their lead magnet. So I'm going to select double opt-in because I don't want people to be able to use fake emails. When you do a single opt-in, they can give you any kind of, email, even emails that are not really valid. And so they're just wasting your time. So you want to definitely, in my opinion, do a double opt-in, make them verify that the email that they have given you is a good email. And then you can also set up tags. So I have tags set up, like I have a new member tag. And then I also have a freebie tag. And I can put those tags in there. And then when someone fills out this form and they hit submit, then those tags are going to be assigned to that person. So I will know that this person signed up to get my freebie and that they are a new member. So that kind of helps me to keep track of new people, because I want to give new people a specific follow-up series. And so we're going to talk about follow-up next. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to click on apply. And then everything, it says API successfully added. So now we know that our API has been added and everything is good to go. Now all we want to do is save our work. And that is pretty much it. Now, after someone fills out your form, after they fill this out and they hit submit, if you would like for them to be redirected or sent to another page, you can enter that page here. So what I would really like for them to do is I want them to go to a thank you page. And we haven't really talked about thank you pages, but I'm going to go ahead and just type in and make sure that I have the right. Okay, so here's my thank you page. So we're going to just put that right there. And this thank you page basically just tells them thank you for signing up. And it tells them to, confirm their email address. So that's going to prompt them to go out, check their email, the email that they use to sign up, and then they can follow those instructions and they will be able to get their lead magnet, and they will be able to get their follow-up series. So now, in order to get them to go to that page, to be directed to that page once they sign up, then we want to hit target. We want to fill in target URL with the link to our thank you page. And then we're going to hit save. And now we're completely done. So when someone signs up, when they give their first name and their email address, they click on that get started button, they're going to go to the thank you page, and then they're going to be instructed to go to their email and confirm their email address. Once they confirm their email address, then they are automatically going to get their lead magnet. And guess what? I don't have to do a thing. I set this up once. So this is the great thing about passive income. You set it up once. So I've set all this up. All the things that we're going through right now, our lead magnet, our landing pages, our thank you pages, our follow-up system, or our follow-up series rather, and our scarcity upsell, all of that gets created once. Once we get it done, we're done. And then we can earn from that over and over and over and over. And if we have another business or another product that we want to promote, we can set the system up for that product. So this is a duplicatable system that we can set up over and over and over and over to create as many streams of income as we like. And so it's so important for you to learn these basic steps, these 4 basic steps. Once you learn these 4 basic steps and you become good at building landing pages, at creating lead magnets, and putting all of these pieces together, the better you become at doing this. And none of us start out being number 1 professionals, right? We start out with baby steps and we build on that. We learn more, we do it more, we practice. And then when we do that, we get better and better and better. And so what I would recommend is, if you set this system up and you go through this training and it doesn't quite work the way it should, and that's the reason why I kind of go through, all of this detail with you, because once you know how it works, if you have a really good understanding of how it works, you can go in and tweak what isn't working. The other great thing about Thrive Suite is it comes with a testing engine. So we'll talk about that in a separate video, but just realize that if you get Thrive Suite, you have everything you need to set all of this up. Other than your lead magnet, you're going to have to find something like Canva. And that's why I recommend, the Canva tool, even if you pay for it, it's only $12.99 a month. So if you get the free version, you can use that, or you can get the pro version, pay $12.99, create as many lead magnets as you need or as you want. And you can even create things that you are, selling. So you can create items that you sell in your Etsy store. In addition to selling your creative products, you can also sell things that you make in Canva in your Etsy store. So Canva is a really great tool to have. I will also put a link to that in this training, just so that you don't have to go back and, try to figure out where to find it in that previous video. But anyway, that's it. You just set up your API connection and then your landing page is good to go. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next training video.